Hello and welcome to Live Your Dream TV, the coolest place on the web for entrepreneurs to be inspired, educated, and entertained. My name is Carbo, and I will be your host again today. I am here with my good friend Cindy Carter, and you've seen her before on one of our videos. We're going to talk a little bit about the Cancer Support Foundation and what Cindy does. So welcome, Cindy.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. So the Cancer Support Foundation is pretty much just cutting a new path, and you're doing something that said could not be done.
Yes, definitely. 2005, we met with, or actually spoke to some state and local officials, and they said, well, what we wanted to do couldn't not be done. Mm-hmm. We met with American Cancer Society, and they said, can you start tomorrow?
Wow.
So what we
and
yes, it is. And basically, it's because the states and the federal and the local governments have not figured out really where the cancer families fit in.
Okay.
And what we do is anybody in the state of Maryland that's undergoing cancer treatment, any kind of cancer, any age, anywhere in the state,
wow,
we help them with everything but the hospital and the doctor bills.
Okay.
And what most people don't realize is that when you get cancer, you usually don't feel like you have anything, especially if you're a woman with breast cancer. Mm-hmm. You find a lump, you feel fine. You go, you find out it's cancerous. But the time you've gone through all your appointments, your diagnostics and your surgery, and you start your treatment, you've used up your sick leave and your personal leave, and you get fired from your job.
Wow.
Then you cannot get unemployment because the first question unemployment says is, are you able to work every day? And you say, oh yeah, I'm able to work, but I have to go for my treatment every other week and I'll be there all day. Right away, there's no unemployment. So you can see how very quickly a whole family starts to fall apart because guess what? They have one income earner that's not there anymore.
Wow.
And once you lose your job, then you're facing the COBRA payments for your health insurance, and everything kind of cascades.
Yeah.
So we meet with families and say, okay, here's your pile of money. Here's your responsibilities. Here's what you're going to have to pay for your treatment. Let's sit down and work through the next year worth of how you're going to get through this.
And so I know also from knowing you that if people are looking for just a totally different type of treatment or something that is not covered by their insurance, then you're also willing to kind of put the effort in and help them get what they want there too.
Several things that we have done that we've evolved as we've gone through the years.
Okay.
We created last year what we call our wellness grant.
Okay.
And we're real excited because we've had a lot of people that have come to us that have been clients and say, you know what? My cancer's come back. I want to try something that my insurance won't cover, but I don't have the money. Okay. So we help them. We give them a wellness grant to get them, and we've had so many phenomenal success stories of people that have done the wellness grant.
Awesome.
It's almost like the guarantee that it's going to work because every single time it's worked out so well.
Oh, good.
But one of the big things is we do is we say to families, you know what? You have people you worked with, you have friends, you have family, you have neighborhood, you have church, you have people that want to help you. Put on a fundraiser.
Right.
And most of the time they're reluctant because, well, if people make out money to them, it's not tax deductible. Mm-hmm. And there's all this other sort of accounting stuff that goes together.
Okay.
What we have done is said, we'll be the bank.
Oh.
So if you want to do a fundraiser, have the people write a check to Cancer Support Foundation.
Okay.
We process everything, deposit it, make copies. I'm a recovering senior accountant, so we take care of all that stuff. Then we send a check back out to the family, and we don't charge a fee. Now, it's extra work for us, but you know what? It's been a lifesaver for a lot of our families. Wow. I mean, we had a family a couple of weeks ago that raised $10,000 over in the Eastern Shore for their husband that has to go over to NIH and has to live there waiting for his transplant. And they don't have the money. So they raised $10,000 by reaching out to their community. And she calls me crying on the phone. She said, my faith in just human nature has been amazing. But that's one thing that we do for families.
Yeah.
Besides the other financial things, we say, guess what? Here's some things you can do for fundraisers. We'll be the bank. You come up with the idea, you form it, get your people together, but get the money sent to us. Yeah. We'll get all the money back to you.
Yeah.
And people will donate more because they know it's going to a nonprofit.
That's very cool.
So it's really cool.
Yeah. Guys, one way, I know Mick and I do this, but one way that you can help support the Cancer Support Foundation is even just as simple as clicking on their donate button on their site. So it's cancersupportfoundation.org.
Correct.
And there's, just how to donate or something kind of like that. And so we always do that every month. We make our donation to the Cancer Support Foundation. And then in addition to private fundraisers, or I guess they're open to the public fundraisers, for individual clients, Cindy also does things that are almost like statewide, just huge events every year. So tell us a little bit about those things that you do.
Well, one of the other things, besides being a unique foundation and doing what we were told couldn't be done, we also have now changed the way nonprofits approach getting money in, because we're a nonprofit that handles so much of everyday living expenses, which kind of excludes us from getting a lot of the foundation type of grants. We do get a small Komen community grant, and we just now recently got that for this year. But we've had to really look at what are some ways to really reach out. They're twofold. We need to get people educated, all age brackets, that there is help.
Yes.
And number two, we need to raise money, so when they call for help, we can help.
Exactly.
So we've done spa days, which have been very successful.
Yeah.
We've done them in different counties, because this way people in different locations find out about us.
Yeah.
We've done 6 of those. We have one coming up June 17th.
Okay.
I mean, not 17th, June 11th.
June 11th.
In Marriottsville.
Okay.
And that will draw from Howard, Carroll, Montgomery, Frederick, and Baltimore counties. Those are 25 to 45 vendors that come in. $20, you spend all day, you get pampered. It's phenomenal.
It's
and
fun, yeah.
we feed you. So it's and those are major important items.
Yes.
So we have that as one of our things. Now we've started this year what we call a Motors of Hope, and this is very, very unusual, because there's almost nobody else in the state of Maryland is doing doing this type of thing, and that was kind of the draw. One of the things I want to let people know when they're out there doing businesses is you've got to think outside the box. Don't go by the same sort of fundraiser that everybody else has done.
Right.
Because with the advent of Facebook and everything that's out there, people get inundated with activities.
Yeah.
Years ago, you're looking for things to do.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, any weekend you have 40, 50 things you could do. So people are looking for, that's an unusual, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Now, our Motors of Hope is show cars, motorcycles, fun cars. We're hoping to get one of the art cars in Baltimore, which are those really, cool type of cars. We have a Lamborghini, we have a Ferrari, we have all sorts of cars coming. They drive in from about 6 places in Maryland into Baltimore City for a rock concert.
Okay.
And it's going to be at Sonar, which is known for, they've got a big place there, a well-known nightclub. So there again, the model for that is they ride in, it's from 2 to 6 in the afternoon. Once again, food's provided. So whether you come for the concert alone or whether you buy a ticket to be part of the ride, food is included.
That's amazing.
So that is
Lots
going to
of
be
fun,
May
exciting,
14th.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I love that.
We have a golf tournament in August.
Okay.
One of the restaurants in Padonia Station in Baltimore County called and said, we saw what you did. We see nobody else is doing it. Would you like to work with us in a golf tournament?
That's a sign when the events are coming to you and saying, "Would you?"
We're
like
having
to-"
companies call and say, we like what you do.
Yeah.
One thing we've seen change in the last couple of years, very much in the nonprofit world, is people are looking for grassroots where they know where the money is going. We're a Maryland charity, and we go out in the fall and do a lot of presentations at the various state and local offices for payroll deductions, and they're calling us and saying our employees are requesting that we work with companies that are grassroots, that the money raised in Maryland stays in Maryland.
Okay.
Now, the other thing, too, and most nonprofits can't do this, which I understand, but it's something we've been able to choose to do.
Okay.
We, besides being a nonprofit, we are all volunteer. So we do not pay salaries, we do not pay for brick and mortar.
Wow.
So it means all the money we raise does go back out. What I recommend, and that's one reason why we do a lot of these events, too, is that we partner with businesses. And what I mean by partner is that they come in to be part of our event, but it's not just the event. Everywhere we go throughout the year, whether it's a health fair or whether a church has asked us to come in or whether it's a Maryland charity or any of the events we do, we have information about those businesses in our gift bags.
That's wonderful.
So they're getting exposure all over the place. So if you're going to go out and do something, look at partnerships. People do, I think, underuse a true partnership of really working together to help think outside the box.
Right.
And when people say no, it can't be done, that's almost like a sign it was meant to be.
Well, awesome, guys. Thank you for watching. Cancer Support Foundation is making a way. So we thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on the show, sharing these things. Putting all of this together is phenomenal and just such a bright light and a blessing for so many people. So we appreciate what you're doing, and we want to help, jump in and help in all the ways that we can. And guys, you know, our passion, your passion is our passion, and our goal is to go out there and empower people to live their dreams. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.